The Varnell Bang, shaboing boing, shaboing boing. So today we're gonna be doing, well, I'm gonna show you guys my detailed foundation routine. This is with foundation, highlight, contour, like everything I do to get that beat, full coverage style. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you guys have seen this a million times, but I always get comments on just, you know, how my complexion looks. And I have to say that the more time goes on, the better I'm getting. Seriously, I think that I have a good routine that works for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to be doing today. I hope you guys enjoy this. You guys seem to like other types of videos from me more than makeup videos, but I hope y'all still watch this one. Like, you know, should I film this? All right, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's start. You already know how I roll. Let's get into it. Okay, no time to waste. Just wash my brushes. It's going down today. Clean brushes. It smells like alcohol. If you hear any screaming, outbursts of random screams, my husband is playing Fortnite, so that's normal behavior from what I have learned so far, my experience with this video game. Also, if you hear random loud talking, that is also my husband. He's on FaceTime, which is normal behavior because when he talks on the phone, he yells. He doesn't just talk to people in like an inside voice. He feels like he has to yell for them to hear his voice coming through the other end of the phone. But this is all normal behavior. All right, so let's get into it. Love videos like this because it just really shows how you bring together. You look at people's pictures and their Instagram stories and you're like, how? This is how. So well, no, let's prime. Because going to Nikki tutorials. Not to brand is a crime. Moving forward, if makeup videos do come up that don't have anything to do with complexion, this is a video you'll come back to. So I'm going to use the Glassy Primer. This is by Touch in Soul. And I take a brush here. This is the Alamar Cosmetics brightening brush. And I dip that right into the pot. This brush is so good for this. I don't know why. But it's good for powder too. But this is what I use to usually paint my face mask on. Primer. And of course you could always, gosh, what am I saying? Take it with your hands, but I'm so sick of getting my hands dirty. So tired. So after that, I go in with my Becca Ever Matte and Poreless Primer. I used to use this so many times, well, all of the time, because I just felt like I need to stop oils. And oils are not bad, but I've learned that as time goes on. Oils are not bad. It's just you want it to be, you know, decently oily. But overly oily, of course, you know, you don't want to be that. I used to use this all over my face, and my makeup used to turn out looking, look at the flakes. They'll go away, I just have to pat it in. But my makeup used to look so gray afterward because of this being under my entire foundation. I used to even tone my face with rubbing alcohol. Why did I hate my natural oil so much? Destroying my skin. But yeah, I just want to stop it on the nose because makeup will literally come off on my nose. Boom, mattified. You see that? This is so serious. It's $40, but it'll last you 2 years. Each bottle lasts me 2 years. 2 years. I kid you not. And I'll link all this stuff below just in case you guys want to take a crack at it. You saw my last description box? Lit. Okay, so today for foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation mixed with my NARS foundation. I told you guys in my last video that I usually mix my NARS foundation with my e.l.f. foundation, and this is actually empty. Okay, but I've been scraping it and stuff, but I want to use something in this video that I actually have and not have to scrape because I want to be professional. Pumped to that. The NARS, and the NARS is what's really the tea. And the thing about foundation is I want to talk to you guys because I feel like I get questions from people, and I'm going to use the Real Techniques buffing brush. But while I blend that in, I feel like I get a lot of questions about people not knowing what their foundation shade is. I want to help people understand that if you don't know your undertone, you can't find out what your foundation shade is. Or you can walk into Sephora and then have them help, you know, shade match you and things like that. But they're probably not really going to explain a lot of things. They're gonna find the shade, they're gonna look at you, find your shade, and I'm pretty sure they know a little something about makeup, but they're not really gonna let you know the details of finding your foundation. I'm a firm believer, this is my answer to everyone's question. I don't know what my foundation shade is, or it's too light or too dark. Listen, stop worrying about where your foundation shade is. Finding the color close to you is fine. Find your undertone. Do that first. Not what's my foundation shade, no. What's my undertone? My undertone is neutral for foundation. I'm so many shades of brown. I literally I'm darkest up top and I get lighter as you go down to my toes. I kid you not. That is how my body is designed. I think my feet may have gotten darker from this summer, but I get dark to light as you go down my body. Literally every part is in the chromatic scale of color. So weird. Now, I used to think that I was warm in the face when I started like experimenting. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just buying makeup because I know I'm interested. I know I am. But I'm walking into the dollar store just picking up makeup. But I used to buy the reddest thing that I could find because I really thought I was matching myself. I did. I really did. Lighter skin tones, what we call light skin or light bright, or you know what I'm saying, yellow bone, you know, buying foundations that make you look pink. Or I see, and I've done a light skin face for practice. They came out looking orange. So easy to go orange on light skin people. So easy. It makes absolutely no sense when really you should probably have a mixture of stuff. What I'm saying is find your undertone. Am I warm? Am I yellow? Am I golden? You know, am I neutral? This may be the same shade, but it's a different undertone. We may be the same color, but you may be olive, which pulls a little bit more of green. Are you yellow? Literally, like, I'm not saying that's the color of your skin, but do you pull yellow? My chest pulls yellow. So I go yellow in the powder or yellow in the concealer. You just gotta know that. So concealer. Y'all know my favorite one right now is Sonara's Soft Matte. Now I'm going to use the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It's been on the market forever. It makes me look buttery. I don't know how anyone else describes it, but as the day goes on and my makeup wears longer, I look like butter. This is butter in a tube. I'm just giving you what I know. That's what I know. And the Dose of Colors Concealer, which is steadfast, immovable, always abiding in the makeup of your face. It doesn't move. It dries down and it does not move anymore. It's not moving. It's not going. So I'm going to start with the Dose of Colors Concealer. And y'all know where I like to highlight and stuff like that at this point. You already know. But yeah, we're going to put that in our normal places. You just want to highlight the middle of the face. You want to pull light in. And I have what I call a lot of face real estate. Like I have lots of jaw, lots of cheeks, bones. So I like to pull it toward the middle. Let's just calm it down here. Let's just pull it in the middle. So I like to go in these areas. I do more light in the middle and I do lots of darkness around the face, so we'll get into that. This is the multi-use concealer by Born This Way, and I'm just adding a little bit of that in. So let's go ahead and lay the contour down. So what I use to contour is the Dubious Place Foundation Stick. If you're looking for something to contour, there are so many. I can't even remember the number, but I knew the number because I went to Ulta and they were all there, like a plethora. So I use the shade Congo, which is really too dark. I'm just gonna be honest, it's too dark, but I want it. That's my preference. See, nobody can tell you what your preference is. I don't care. The e.l.f. Buffing Foundation Brush, really good. So what I do is take it. Sometimes I apply it straight to the face. What I've been finding lately is that this technique is better. So I put this on the cheeks. Had big cheeks since I was just popping out with clown cheeks. That's how I popped out of the womb. Take that on the jawline as well. Lately I've been, wearing more wigs and I'm getting in this lace life stuff. And so I take a smaller brush. It's by Morphe, and I think this is the detailed powder brush. I take that instead and then I go right in front of my baby hairs. Best tool on Mother Earth to blend your concealer out with is, say it with me, the e.l.f. sponge. It's not getting any better than this sponge. I don't care. This is better than the Beauty Blender. You heard it. It depends on the look I'm wearing. If I'm wearing like a wing liner and I want that wing liner to be sharp, cutting people like a steak, then I would take it out right along, the wing liner if I were wearing one. I'm going to keep this not going too far past the end of the eye. And guys, I have this concealer, the chestnut concealer, in my other hand to help blend out the Dose of Colors concealer, because the Dose of Color concealer is not moving, okay? And I do like to take it up on my lid, especially when I'm not wearing shadow. So what you want to do now, you want to go back in with that brush you used to put your contour on and marry the two. If I bring something too far down, if it's too far out, and you always have this tool to use as an eraser. And then I'm taking this down the side of my nose, just to add some darkness next to the highlight. Now, if I wasn't contouring, I would have took my foundation brush and used that to marry the two. which would be the foundation and highlight, because there would be no contour. But since I did the contouring highlight, I used the contour tool to marry the two together. Okay, hold please, I need to order my food. Okay, hold. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder because I just know what this does for me. And it just makes me look extra buttery. Now I have other things that help me look buttery now. First of all, the one size powders are it, okay? It, same thing. The Laura Mercier, I mean, come on. I'm gonna use this later, to be honest. The Lancome Long Time No Shine. And the Morphe one is not bad at all. It's very, very matte. Use sparingly. The Maybelline Fit Me. I set with my sponge. So you tap that into the powder. Tap the excess off on the back of that hand. Creasing going on. Tap that out. Tap, tap, tap out. And then immediately go in and set. Shouldn't be too much powder. Not this time anyway, because your girl is gonna go right back in, okay? So that was a little bit for there. Boom. I'm going back in. Don't be shy. Okay. I can't even explain to you the way powder transforms makeup. And if you want more of a light look, you know, you tap it in until it disappears. I do that all the time. So now I'm gonna go in and set my face. Today I'm gonna use the Morphe pressed powder in the shade Filter 14. I used to not do this step and wonder why my face would be just not lasting as long as I wish it would, or I needed it to. I picked up a pressed powder from ColourPop. That was my first ever pressed powder that I literally bought to set my face. And when I started using that, I was like, oh, everybody don't need this. This is not necessary for everyone, especially with a flat top brush pushing it into the skin. It's not needed for dry skin gals. You can literally dust this over your face and you'll be just fine. I've been using the Mega Bronzer in 05 Deep, and Makeup Revolution ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Trust and believe me. But I tend to use a lot of bronzer. I focus on bringing light to the center, so I take away light from the sides and bottom. As far as blush, very simple. I'm using Summer Breeze by NYX, which is one of my favorites. And I literally brush it on top of the cheeks. Now the way my cheeks are set up, okay, you see how strong they are. I take this high, okay? High, almost under my eye. Now I'm gonna go back in with my sponge that I used for my highlight and setting. And I'm gonna go pat the excess powder into my face. Take it along my contour here and clean up. And guys, I'm gonna be honest, that's it. That is my detailed foundation routine. All the better when I go in and reinforce the brows just in case anything was erased. Put eyelashes on. You can highlight, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So let me just go finish up and then I'll be back and then we'll close it out. And that's it. All right, so this is the final look of my foundation routine. I put a little bronzer up here. Y'all can probably see it. And my lashes are from Slayer Gang. I don't know the style, but I'll have it down below and then I'll link it. I will see y'all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed a little chit chat. Hope you learned something. But I will see y'all next week. Okay? And that concludes. Peace. Bye.